Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are tackling a real mind-bender from one of Vedanta's most foundational texts. The question is simple, but the answer is anything but. How can you possibly know something that is, by its very nature, unknowable? Thousands of years ago, a group of sages asked this very question, and it's a question for all of us, really. Think about it for a second. What is it that pushes your mind to think? What makes your eyes see? What is the engine behind your own life? We're talking about the very source code of our consciousness. And that's where this text, the Kena Upanishad, gets its name. It's so direct, I love it. Kena literally just means by what or by whom. The entire text, the whole investigation, spins out from that one single, incredibly powerful question. Okay, so let's get into it. The Kena is short, but it is unbelievably potent. One modern teacher, Swami Sarvapriyananda, actually calls it scintillating, and he says it's the only Upanishad he's ever memorized completely. I mean, think about that. It tells you just how much power is packed into these few verses. It just doesn't waste any time. So to even begin to answer this huge question, the Upanishad first gives us a kind of map. Not a map of a place, but a map of reality itself, straight from the ancient Vedic worldview. And on this map, there are basically two different roads you can choose to travel in your life. So, the great philosopher Shankara breaks it down like this. On one hand, you've got the path of desire. This is the path of, worldly goals, chasing success, wealth, power. You can even do all the right rituals and make it to the highest heavens. But there's a catch. It's all temporary. Eventually, you're coming back. But then there's the other path, the path of inquiry. This is for people who are looking for something that lasts. Here, the practices aren't for getting stuff. They're for getting the mind ready for a totally different kind of truth. And this right here is such a crucial distinction. The Kena Upanishad, well, it's for the people on that second path. It's for those of us who start to suspect that life can't just be an endless checklist of goals. The point isn't to get something new, it's to realize a truth that is already here, a reality that's been with you the whole time, just waiting to be noticed. So now that we know who this is for, we get to the heart of it all. How in the world do you find this ultimate reality? Well, the Upanishad answers with this stunning, totally mind-bending paradox. Okay, get ready for this, because it's a real head-scratcher. If you think you know it, you do not know it. Wait, what? I mean, everything we believe about knowledge, that to know something is to understand it, to have it locked down, this text just flips that completely on its head. Let's look at the whole thing. It basically says, look, the person who understands that Brahman, this ultimate reality, can't be boxed in by your thoughts, that person is actually on the right track. But the second you think, aha, I got it, I've figured out Brahman, well, that's the exact moment you've lost it. You've completely missed the point. Right, so at this point, you might be thinking, okay, this is just a confusing riddle. What am I even supposed to do with this? But it's not about being confusing. It's about shifting our whole approach to what knowing even means. How do we embrace this mystery? Here's the key, and it's actually pretty simple when you think about it. Ultimate reality is infinite, limitless. Our minds, they're finite. They work by defining things, by drawing lines and putting things in boxes. So the moment you think you've captured this infinite reality in your finite mind, it's like trying to hold the entire ocean in a teacup. You haven't captured the ocean, you just have a cup of water. You've made it small, and you've missed the whole point. And check this out. This is the beautiful flip side of that paradox. The ancient commentators say that the one who thinks, I can't possibly grasp this fully, not even in my deepest meditation, that's the person who actually knows. This isn't ignorance, it's not giving up. It's a kind of profound humility that is actually a higher form of knowing. It's opening up to a reality that's bigger than your ability to conceptualize it. Okay, so why bother with all this mental gymnastics? What's the point of embracing a paradox like this? Well, the payoff is everything. The result of this radical shift in understanding is absolutely massive. And we're not just talking about a cool idea to think about. No. The sages are crystal clear on this. This realization isn't an intellectual trophy. It's a fundamental change in your entire experience of being alive. It leads directly to what they call moksha, or ultimate freedom. Freedom from suffering, from delusion, from fear. And just listen to how they describe this freedom. It's so poetic. They ask, when this is realized, where is there any more delusion? Where is there any more sorrow? It said that this knowledge cuts the knots of the heart, all that inner tension and conflict, and that all your doubts are just gone forever. This is the deep, final answer to the problem of human suffering. And so, this incredible text leaves us right here. It turns the whole investigation right back around and points it at us. If this profound, liberating knowledge isn't an idea, if it's not a concept or belief you can hold in your mind, then what is it? And how would you even begin to recognize it in your own experience?